Okay guys, so last session, this is obviously considered a cool down session. So we bring our speed down just a couple notches, try to finish out the day on a good note, refine our technique and our line, just really hone in on that to end perfectly here. You know, we don't want any mistakes. You guys have been driving really well the last couple days, so just make sure that you're 100% focused going into this last session. Work your way back up to the proper gear. Take a nice warm-up lap to begin with. You guys are looking out of that driver's side window, looking in front of you. Make sure you're thinking ahead too. What's coming up next? Got the S's coming up, then that sharp right-hand turn, turn 9. So you kind of prepare yourself a couple turns in advance, so that way you guys are a lot smoother, and you'll know exactly what's coming up, and you'll be able to kind of think about maybe what you did the previous lap and what you can do to fix it. Again, up to 4th gear in those automatics. 4th gear on the front straight. 5th gear. And then under braking, 5 to 4, coming into 1. Looking left. Out to the middle, then back to the left. Coming in, looking right. Looking left, Tom. Looking in front of you. There you go. Balance with those brakes into 4. Looking good, Tom. Earlier I led you looking a lot better than earlier, so nice job. Up to 5th. Remember to think about 6 up here, Tom. So when you go to the brakes, it's really hard to find a straight line here to brake, but when you do, bleed off most of that speed initially and then balance coming in. it down. We're going to do our driver change on the back straight. Nice job, Tom. Again, Bill and Scott. Come on up. We'll wait for Scott here, so we're going to keep it slow. All right. Again, turn 5. Everybody in the middle coming through turn 5. Just kind of stay in the middle lane. Late in the turn, you'll be adding a tiny bit of steering to get down to the apex. Make sure we're touching the curb there, Bill. Looking left. Balance. Watch my brake lights. All the curb. There you go. Looking left, balance, straddle this white line, cut down late in the turn. Good job. Looking right. Out to the left, hand less than throttle. Lessen brake pressure as you turn in. Wait on the throttle, then accelerate as you're unwinding. Looking left, balance. Look at my brake light. There you go. Look, keeping it to the left when you're coming out of here. See, right there we could have turned a little faster. We're just keeping it to the middle of the track, kind of coming out of there. Make sure we're finding the exit before we turn in so we know how much steering and when to apply it. Looking left. Look out of that driver's side window a little bit more, guys. You know, we tend to take a look, but then we look back in front of us too long. Again, look in front of you, but look through the corner too. Really get to find the rest of the turn. A lot of times we just see what's coming up right in front of us. Turn a little more, Bill. Still got to turn a little sharper at those apex areas. Nice and smooth. A little bit closer to that apex on the exit there, but that apex for turn 4. That'll help you with the exit, Bill, because we're a little bit wide there. Keep turning. Turn more. There you go. Now unwind. Open that wheel up. Good. Looking good back there, Scott. you to work on that unwind. The unwind is what's going to give you traction, help you go faster, and keep the car balanced. Okay, so it's all going to work in our favor if we unwind the steering wheel when we leave the corner. Got to take that steering out. We're going to begin backing the speed down here, Bill, because we're going to do a driver change on the back. We'll slow our speed down. A little bit too wide there, Scott. Going over that drop. Remember, stay close to that right side. All right, go ahead and pull to the right there, Bill. Come on up here, Scott and Tom. Good job, Bill. Just keep working on a little more steering here and there. And that unwind, coming out of 10. Keep working on it back there. All right, Scott. Remember, use the curb. Unwinding out. Braking, looking left. Remember the balance that happened. Looking right. A little bit early there for 7. Want to get down to the later in the turn. There you go. That looks good. Unwinding. Remember back there, Bill. There you go, Scott. Make sure we're turning more at that apex area. See how the car wiggled a little too much there? Trying to get a little straighter shot coming over that. Balancing coming into 5. Remember, if the car starts to lose traction, one end or another, front end or rear end, we're overdriving the tire's capability. Remember, it's getting hotter, so you guys have to make sure that you're, being a little nicer to these tires. Also, if we're missing apexes, we're on the gas too much, so that's what it looks like to me, Scott. You're just on that throttle too early and too much, and we're missing these apexes by quite a bit. So clean it up a little bit. And back to the right, straight line braking, balancing. Watch my left side tires here. There you go. Cleaning it up by braking to slow, balancing, getting to that curb. Straight over the drop. There you go, that was better. Try to unwind a little bit more next time. Coming out of 4. Looking left. That's better. That was a better lap for you, Scott. Remember, weight on the throttle here. Let that car finish turning. Now get on it. There you go. Nice. Left. Look for your exit. That's where you should be looking. There you go. Use me for when you can, but try to look ahead a little bit more too. That really helps. Go ahead, look through the corner, look through the corner, look through the corner, look right. Okay, slow it down, come to a stop. Good job. and don't get out of your car. We'll get someone to you. Everybody else keep rolling.
All right, I'm all right.
Yeah, everybody else keep driving. Come on up here behind me. Just stay where you're at there, Scott. We'll have somebody coming over to you. Alright guys, come on over here to the left. We're going to exit the track here. Just follow me single file, guys. We're going to stay over on the left side.
Well, somebody flew off the track. I guess his car got damaged because they just drove him by on the little ATV. Same guy that dropped 2 wheels last session, dropped 4 wheels this. Scott. Nice guy. Claimed to be a dirt track driver. I guess he's getting back to dirt. I am struggling on that turn coming off that long straightaway.
Alright guys, we're going to get ready to roll back out, but what we're going to do is we're just going to do a couple cool down laps. We have 2 laps we'll do. We'll just do them slower pace because we're pretty much done with our group, but BC needed another lap to do with his last guy. So just follow me guys. We'll keep our speed down a little bit. So we'll just end on a good note here, obviously slowing the pace down. You know, the reason Scott ended up going out off into the dirt was just on the throttle too much entering turn 4. So just remember that easing out of the throttle is going to help on the entry, slowing the car down to get it turned, and you know, work on the throttle at the exit is the key. So that's why we always got to keep ourselves in check coming into the turns. That way the car can turn, and then you can leave the corner fast. Over the last couple days, you know, and one of the things that you want to do at the end of a day of driving is just like we're trying to do now, is just really hone in on your fundamentals, you know, the technique, the line, making sure that's right. The speed comes by itself, but if you know, each session you just try to keep trying harder and harder. You know, tires get hot, track gets hot, so we try harder, we actually go backwards. We do the mistakes more because of you know, temperatures are changing and stuff stuff like that. So, you know, keep that in mind if you guys are doing track day events somewhere else around the country. The same thing happens. Doesn't matter if it's out here on the West Coast or the East Coast. You know, the cars will respond the same. So, just make sure, again, you're challenging yourself, no matter if you guys do track day events or not. If you're just driving on the road, you know, getting those eyes up and looking ahead and planning your next move. Okay, guys, left turn signal's on. We are exiting. Again, nice job, guys. Sorry about the little delay there. Things happen.